Spiders are among the most diverse and fascinating creatures on the planet, each species displaying unique adaptations in both behavior and appearance. One group that often goes unnoticed yet plays an important role in ecosystems is the Sheetweb Weaver spider. Belonging to several families within the order Araneae, most notably Linyphidae, dwarf or money spiders, sheetweb weavers construct delicate horizontal sheet-like webs to capture prey. While their web architecture is intriguing, many people wonder about their temperament, how they behave around prey, other spiders, and humans. The temperament of a sheetweb weaver can best be described as reclusive, cautious, and opportunistic, traits that allow these tiny arachnids to thrive in both natural and human-altered habitats. Below, we explore their behavior in detail.
Sheetweb weavers are small spiders, often less than 5 millimeters in body length, and this size greatly influences their behavior.
Unlike larger, more assertive spiders, these arachnids do not rely on intimidation or aggressive posturing. Instead, they maintain a low profile. Their first instinct, when disturbed, is to hide or flee rather than attack. This timid nature makes them non-threatening to humans. Even if accidentally handled, they rarely bite, and when they do, their venom is harmless to people. Their delicate bodies and preference for concealment show that aggression is not part of their survival strategy. They're shy around larger animals. Sheetweb weavers display a different side when dealing with prey. Their webs, composed of horizontal sheets of silk, often include fine, messy tangled threads above the sheet. Flying insects such as gnats, mosquitoes, and small flies collide with these threads and fall onto the sheet, where the spider quickly attacks from below. Their temperament during hunting is opportunistic and patient. Instead of chasing prey, they rely on their well-designed web and remain still until vibrations signal a catch. When a trapped insect struggles, the spider responds with speed and efficiency, immobilizing it with silk and a venomous bite. This contrast, cautious with threats but assertive with prey, highlights the situational temperament of the sheetweb weaver. Sheetweb weavers, like most spiders, are generally solitary creatures. Each spider builds and maintains its own web, and interactions with others of the same species are limited primarily to mating. When two adults come into contact outside of reproductive purposes, the encounter often ends in avoidance or aggression, especially if resources are scarce. However, some species within the Linyphidae family show signs of tolerance in close quarters, particularly in habitats with abundant food sources. This suggests that while their natural temperament leans towards solitary behavior, environmental factors can influence their willingness to coexist. Humans often encounter sheetweb weavers inside homes, gardens, or agricultural fields. Their webs can sometimes be found in corners, low vegetation, or hidden crevices. Despite their proximity, these spiders are neither aggressive nor dangerous. Their temperament toward people is best described as avoidant. If a web is disturbed, the spider often drops to the ground and hides rather than confronting the intruder. Even in situations where they are accidentally touched or handled, they prefer to escape rather than bite. This reclusive temperament makes them beneficial house guests, as they reduce populations of nuisance insects while posing no risk to humans. Like many spider species, the mating behavior of sheetweb weavers reflects a mix of caution and persistence. Males approach females carefully, using vibrations and specific movements to signal their intentions. This cautious temperament is essential, as females may mistake a suitor for prey if he approaches too abruptly. Once courtship is successful, males display determination in transferring sperm packets to the female. Afterward, both sexes typically part ways. While some females may display aggression, the small size and non-aggressive tendencies of sheetweb weavers usually result in less dramatic interactions compared to larger, more predatory spiders. When faced with predators such as birds, lizards, or larger spiders, sheetweb weavers rely on evasion rather than confrontation. They may drop from their webs on a silken thread, retreat into nearby vegetation, or remain motionless to avoid detection. This behavior underscores their non-confrontational temperament. They do not possess the intimidating displays of tarantulas or wolf spiders. Instead, survival depends on stealth and avoidance. The temperament of a sheetweb weaver is not entirely fixed. It can be influenced by environmental factors such as food availability. In prey-rich environments, they remain calm and patient. In scarce conditions, they may show more assertiveness toward intruding spiders. Habitat type. In protected indoor settings, they may appear bolder simply because they are less frequently disturbed. Predation risk: in areas with many predators, their evasive temperament becomes even more pronounced. This adaptability allows them to thrive in diverse habitats, from forests and grasslands to urban homes. The temperament of a sheetweb weaver spider can be summed up as shy, cautious, and opportunistic. These small arachnids avoid confrontation with humans and other large animals, relying on their retreating nature for protection. At the same time, they display efficiency and persistence when hunting prey, highlighting the dual aspects of their behavior. For humans, their presence should be seen as a benefit rather than a nuisance, since they help control insect populations without posing any threat. By understanding their temperament, we can better appreciate these delicate and often overlooked spiders that quietly contribute to the balance of ecosystems.